This is the ATV, the newest vehicle in Lumber Tycoon 2. In this video, I will explain everything that you need to know about it, including some helpful tips and uses. So without further ado, let's get right into it by explaining some background information and stats for the ATV. The ATV is a small vehicle in Lumber Tycoon 2 that can be unwrapped from the Rugged Gift. The Rugged Gift could be purchased from Boxcars for $148,002 money as part of the 2024 Christmas event. This high cost makes the Rugged Gift the most expensive gift currently in the game, beating out 2022's Gift of Snow, which sold for $130,000. As for the ATV itself, it costs $600 to respawn and has a spawn pad size of 8x12. The ATV is a one-seater vehicle and has no bed area nor hitch. The ATV is also grabbable, which allows for it to be moved around and rotated just like a loose item. The ATV also has two small front lights, which can be activated on PC by pressing the L key or on mobile or console by pressing the lights button. The ATV also has some sound effects which are very similar to the ones used by the snowmobile. Unlike the snowmobile, the ATV does not have any specialty surface, meaning that it goes the same speed no matter what part it is on. Speaking of speed, the ATV is pretty quick, having the fastest speed out of any vehicle currently in the game, excluding the snowmobile when it's on snow. However, this speed margin is not a lot, as the ATV is only slightly faster than the utility vehicle XL. As you can see on screen, when traveling at their top speeds, the ATV only goes a little faster than the utility vehicle XL. However, the ATV does have a noticeable edge over the utility vehicle XL in its turning speed. See, the ATV can turn so fast that sometimes it literally just flips over. Yeah. Anyways, this quick turning speed allows for the ATV to have amazing handling, being very responsive and nimble. The same can be said about the ATV's braking, which is much faster than that of the utility vehicle XL. So fast, in fact, that sometimes it literally just flips over again. Anyways, the ATV, like all other drivable vehicles, is assigned a random color when spawned in. And yes, that does mean that the pink ATV is possible. One more piece of information about the ATV is that I actually made it. See, a few weeks ago, I did a poll on my community tab about which Christmas vehicle you would want to see the most in Lumber Tycoon 2. Clearly, the ATV won that poll, and so I quickly got to work on designing it. As this was going on, the Lumber Wiki Discord and Apton server were hosting a Christmas gift competition. In this competition, user Axavail submitted his version of the ATV, which I took some inspiration from. Axavail's submission also included the Rugged Gift, which I submitted to Defaultio alongside my ATV model. The ATV is probably the most difficult thing that I've ever modeled, as replicating the traditional ATV design into Lumber Tycoon 2's unique style was quite difficult. However, I am really proud of the end result, and it has grown on me over time, so I hope it does the same for you. Alright, now that I've explained some general information, let's get into some use cases that I have found for the ATV. The first use case that I have found for the ATV is spook hunting. See, normally when you're spook hunting, what you do is you have a very tall spawn ladder, and from up there you can search the whole map and find a spook tree. And once you find a spook tree, you have to hop down the ladder and take your car over to the tree, and this car is usually just the utility vehicle XL. However, now that we have the ATV, instead of taking the utility vehicle XL, you can just take the ATV, as it's much faster, more nimble, and can be flipped over a lot easier. So for spook hunters like myself who really don't care that much about the actual wood, using the ATV over the utility vehicle XL is going to be a no-brainer. However, the ATV is going to make its biggest impact during the End Times event, which happens on Halloween. See, on Halloween, there's an event in Lumber Tycoon 2 called the End Times, where spook trees spawn a lot more frequently, and the map is covered in a thick fog. And how spook hunters find the spook trees during this event is by driving around the map in the utility vehicle XL. But going into the future, spook hunters can just use the ATV instead, for the reasons I mentioned earlier. Another use case that I have found for the ATV is item grabbing. I've had the experience many times where I'm building something and just need one more wire or one more logical component in order to finish it. And so what I've done is taken my utility vehicle XL, driven to the logic store, grabbed that one item, and then reset my character and placed it on my plot. However, now that we have the ATV, you can grab items from stores a lot faster. But wait, what if you need 2 items from a store? Well, don't worry, the ATV actually has you covered there too. See, by placing the ATV down and then placing a trailer a few studs above the ATV, you can create this weird contraption that actually stores your items when driving the ATV. Now, would I recommend building this? Probably not. I think you're honestly better off using the Utility Vehicle XL, but I just thought this build was funny enough to showcase in the video. Pink ATVs are going to be very popular over the next few months, as ATVs cost a lot of money to respawn, so getting a pink one is going to cost you a lot of money. And thus it is very important that you keep your ATV safe from all players, including exploiters who may try to steal it. And one way to do that is by anchoring the ATV when it spawns in, and you can do that all with just one door. So what you want to do is place your door down just like this, a little bit off from the middle of the ATV. From there, if you respawn your vehicle, you should notice that it actually sticks to the door and doesn't move unless the door itself moves. And so what you've done is actually anchored the ATV to the door, which will keep it safe from any exploiter who may try to fling it. And when you're ready to use or sell your ATV, you can simply move the door away and the ATV will become unanchored again. Also, just a reminder that you cannot anchor an ATV once it is already spawned in. You must build this contraption before you spawn in the pink ATV in order to keep it safe. And one more use case that I have found for the ATV is building race courses. See, because the ATV is so small and nimble and can turn very quickly, I'd imagine that you can build some pretty epic race courses in your base or around the map. And I'm actually really looking forward to some of the race courses that you guys might be able to come up with, as I don't really have many ideas for a racetrack as I'm not really a racer, but I know some of you probably have some ideas and I really like to see them. So maybe in the future, I'll do a video going over some race course designs that you guys have built. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. I hope it helped you out and you learned some cool tips and tricks about the ATV along with some general information. If you have any more questions about the ATV, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below and I'll try to answer them. But for now, this is going to be it for me, so goodbye.